Well, good evening, everyone, and hopefully listening to me won't spoil the rest of your dinner, but we're ready to begin. I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. It's going to be a great evening. I think this is one of the largest crowds we've ever had, so we're pleased to see everyone here to honor our businesses in town. Let me first start off by welcoming our major sponsor, KeyBank, tonight. And we thank them for their support year after year after year at this event. And if I could have Tim Willett. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Hello, everyone. Actually, it's Ted Willett, so not to be critical, but just want to get the name right. So I'm the market president for Michigan, KeyBank in Michigan, and I'm not here to talk about myself too much, but I would like to just say that when you think about KeyBank, you should think about ease, value, and expertise. It's a program or a philosophy that we have this year. I mean, as we look at the changing arena of banking and the influx of technology, we realize that we need to change to deliver what our customers are looking for, and that's what they're looking for. And the way we're doing that is investing in technology. Hello Wallet's one of the big latest investments that we've done, and it's something that's a really neat thing. I've signed up for it myself on an individual basis, but we also take care of businesses. Family-owned businesses is what we do best, helping them succeed financially and literally from really cradle to the end. So with the SBA loans, with middle market loans, with private banking services, et cetera. So, but one of our biggest core values is supporting the communities that we work in, and we have our branches and our locations, and Saline certainly is one of those. We do that through our KeyBank Foundation and the grants and sponsoring great events like these. So thanks for letting us be a part of this, and congratulations to the winners at Brood Awakenings and Story Point. Thank you.
All right. Additionally, we have sponsors, Dan's Downtown Tavern, Phoenix Company, LaFontaine Chrysler, and Costco has provided our cakes for dessert, which, all right, who took the cakes? And Saline Flowerland has provided the centerpieces for us. I would also like to thank SE TV and Saline Area Schools for doing our filming tonight. Tran, as usual, somewhere in the crowd taking pictures. And of course, Stonebridge Golf Club for hosting us here tonight. If I could have a round of applause for all them. If you're not all familiar with the business awards, it's done every year for a small business of 20 or under, and a large business, which is 21, of course, or over. And sometimes we do a lifetime achievement, which we are doing for Bill Mangold tonight. These are companies who represent, the best of what Saline is about. They're companies that have not only done well in business and been a good community partner, they're people who have given back to the community. And we think that is very important. If you look at these trophies, there's dozens and dozens of names on there that are the who's who of Saline's growth over the past years. And I think this is a really important honor, and it's important for us as the chamber to be able to bring that to you all. And I could sit here and go on and on and on about how important I think this is for our community to keep growing and developing, but we'll move on to other things. Now I get to go sit down for a couple minutes, and I would like to introduce Jeremiah Johnson, our 2017 Chamber President.
Evening. Can everybody hear me all right? All right, fantastic. I'm going to kind of lean into the mic so you can make sure that you can hear me. This is wonderful. What a great event. So as I look out and I see the tables just full, it's fantastic. There's so many. It's Thursday evening, right? There's all kinds of different things all of you could be doing this evening, but here you got all dressed up. Everybody looks fantastic. You paid money to be here probably, and here you are. That just really shows how important it is to you to come out and support your friends who are being honored this evening. And it just makes me really happy to be a part of a Chamber of Commerce where the community is like this and comes out and supports each other. So we're going to be clapping for the honorees all night. Why don't we just have some appreciation for each other for coming out here and supporting? Yeah. Really well done, everybody. All right, so I get to do a couple of things this evening. One, I'm just going to list off some of the past award honorees who are in attendance this evening. So I'm just going to rattle through them before you start giving them appreciation as well. So Bank of Ann Arbor recently, Robeson Bond Miller Funeral Home, Key Bank, Stonebridge Golf Club, Kyocera Unimarco, Hartman Insurance Agency, LaFontaine Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Spotted Dog Winery, the Pineapple House, Bemis Farms Preschool, Evangelical Homes in Brecken Village, MRPR, which was formerly Hance Rhodes and Doer, the CPA firm, R&B Plastics Machinery, and Saline Flowerland, who donated the centerpieces. So let's all have some appreciation for them as well. Aren't you happy I didn't make you all stand one at a time? So to help demonstrate the impact of this award this evening, John gave you a brief description, and I'm gonna actually just read to you the selection criteria of what it takes to be honored this evening. So our Business Enterprise Awards selections. The nominations are received from the entire community. And there's two categories, as he mentioned. There's the small business, that's the under 20 employees, and large business, 21 or more employees. The selection process represents the Saline area business community as determined by the Saline Area Chamber of Commerce and our board of directors. These businesses have a substantial history as an established and successful business in the community. They've demonstrated commitment to the overall health and productivity of the Saline area. They've also demonstrated a commitment to providing their customers and their clients the best possible service or products. They consistently follow ethical and fair business practices, and they've contributed to the betterment of the community through their volunteer efforts as well. And of course, they're a current member in good standing of our Saline Area Chamber of Commerce. All right, so to take over as MC and hand out the awards for the rest of our evening, it's my pleasure to introduce to you your upcoming 2018 Chamber President-elect and tonight's MC. Please join me in some appreciation for Heather Feldkamp.
I have lots of paperwork. You got hours? You ready for this? But yeah, I want to thank KeyBank again. What am I going to remember, KeyBank? Chocolate. That's what I'm going to remember. They are a great bank, so thanks again for your sponsorship. So again, I'm Heather Feldkamp, and I am president-elect. I'm not yet. Jeremiah just keeps reminding me. I have till January 1, people. So, but president-elect of the Chamber Board, so I'm very honored. So thank you, Jeremiah, and the Chamber, and those that represent the Chamber that are with us tonight that gave me this honor to stand up here and yap at you all night. No, I love it. This is a great event. This is definitely one of the probably best events that the Saline Area Chamber puts on all year. And of course, next time you come to an event, I'll probably tell you the same thing. So I'm adorned in this bright, glowing pink, not because of the great weather, but to recognize Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So as a survivor, I felt I am honored to, I can wear this crazy color. I would never wear any other time, but also tonight I wanted to just represent anybody that's been affected by cancer, which unfortunately is about everybody in this room, I'm sure. So anyway, but before we begin, I want to get into the awards. That's what I'm here for. I want to make sure any of the honorees, though, a little housekeeping, you have to stay the whole time because we have pictures afterwards. So honorees and your team that are here with you, please stay afterwards. We appreciate that. So tonight we're going to start with an award that is near and dear to our hearts this evening. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award. John mentioned it. It's going to Bill, or it's went to Bill Mangold, and unfortunately Bill is not able to attend this evening, which we're very sad about. So without further ado, though, I do want to invite John, our executive director, back up here. He has some words, and we will start off celebrating Bill, our favorite Bill. And if anybody's been to a chamber breakfast and you got the cute little grandpa that's like heckling everybody, that's our Bill. So we love Bill, and we're sorry he couldn't be here, but John's coming up. Thanks, John.
Well, good evening again. When we chose Bill for our Lifetime Achievement Award, we decided we would draw straws to see who would introduce him. Guess who drew the short straw? Lines like that would have been a lot of fun if Bill could be here tonight. Bill always gives as good as he gets with a great sense of humor, but Bill is taking on a tough health challenge and can't be here with us tonight. I know all our prayers and good wishes are with Bill, Olga, and the whole family. Okay, here we go. When I first told Bill we were planning on giving him a Lifetime Achievement Award, he said in that way only Bill can, for what? He's one of those guys I love to give awards to like this too. He's one of those guys, he has no idea or understanding of the impact that he's had. Let's look at who Bill was before Saline. Let me ask some questions. How many of you flew the Beach Boys around the country one summer while they were on tour? Bill has. How many of you mapped Vietnam before the war and met your wife while in Saigon? Bill has. How many of you created maps of Afghanistan that are still being used today? Bill has. How many of you flew Carroll Shelby of Shelby Mustang fame around as a personal pilot? Bill has. Bill's storyline is an endless group of stories that keep you mesmerized by his interesting life and that somehow cross paths with Saline. Who was Bill when he came to Saline? From the time Bill and his family moved here in 1970, he has woven himself into the fabric of our community. Over the years, he involved himself in the Lions Club, Boy Scouts, as well as his time with the Saline Reporter, where he was a cartoonist and an advertising salesman, to name just a few. Bill was one of the people who worked tirelessly to bring us a hospital and take Saline to the next level. If you can believe it, Bill and others worked phone banks to solicit the community to donate to the hospital to make it a reality. Further, Bill in his time at the Chamber has been a champion of business, always. Many of you are Chamber members today because of the efforts of Bill, although some of you did it just to shut him up. Because if Bill thought the Chamber could do something for you, he was relentless. Bill will often come to the office and plop down across from me and say, "Hey, I was just talking to so-and-so and they have a problem with X. Is there something we can do to help them?" Bill created the Ambassadors Program with the Chamber as an outreach to our business community. He was one of those guys that you can go on and on about, but suffice it to say that his unwavering dedication to the business community of Saline, as well as a passion for Saline as a whole, has earned him this Life Achievement Award. Who would like to come up?
I'm Kathy, his oldest daughter. My dad recently wrote I never met a microphone I didn't like. Not so with his daughter, so bear with me. Bill is very sorry he can't be here tonight to accept this award, and thank you personally. He's already earned the Lifetime Achievement Award for husband, father, and grandfather. So we weren't surprised that the Saline Chamber recognizes his value as well. However, we were a bit perplexed because besides monitoring the peanut dish in the conference room and badgering Larry, we're not entirely certain what his affiliation with the chamber actually is. I can tell you, Bill was blown away when he heard he was being honored in this way and was feeling a bit humbled. He said, there are a lot of folks in Saline who are much more deserving than me. He wanted us to tell you that he has received so much more from the Saline Area Chamber than he's given back. The many friendships formed with a great bunch of people alone are cherished. He has thoroughly enjoyed every bit of his time he spent with the Chamber over the years, and he especially wanted to thank John and Laura and their predecessors, Larry, Art, Mary Alice, Sandy, and Diane, for putting up with him in the office. And he wants to thank all of you for extending to him this honor.
I'm happy to let you know and your family that it was a hands-down vote for Bill to get this.
Can I sit down?
Yes, please. You can sit down. I'm sorry. Yeah, anybody that comes up here, I guess, can sit down. I have two chairs. Sorry, John. You said you were bringing it up, and I didn't see it. So I've only had one wine, I swear. With the white shirt, all day lasted. I mean, I've done well. That's the closest you're going to get to a wardrobe malfunction with a Saline girl. I don't have my lunch or my dinner on me or my wine, so I'm doing good. But in honor of Bill, really, we will continue to laugh and have fun this evening as we celebrate our next two award recipients, our honorees, because that's what Bill would want. If he was here, he'd be having fun and heckling all of you, so I'll do my best in his spirit to do that. So now we get into the business awards, and like John had explained, we have a small and a large business award. So the first, is right in front of me, is our small business award is Brewed Awakenings Cafe. So I do want Kim to come up here. Well, I'll be doing most of the talking. It's okay. You can sit if I'm scaring you, whatever. Just be right by me, though. My friend Kim. So, and I have to make a little joke. If anybody noticed the cake, it was Rude Awakenings. And I say that's serendipitous because if you didn't have your Brewed Awakenings, it's Rude Awakening and you don't have your coffee. So I think that was somehow, on purpose. I don't know. Yes, Pilar pointed that out. I was like, anyway. So Brewed Awakenings, as anybody that's a Salinian that's ever entered the doors, you know it's not an average coffee shop. And in addition to the great coffee, they have fabulous food that the staff takes real pride in on a daily basis to make from scratch. And in this day and age, with everything being packaged and processed, that is really unheard of. And they also pride themselves in really creating a fun and comfortable, different kind of atmosphere as well. You may come to listen to live music, a little pop-up shop that she allowed us to have as the Saline Chamber's Women in Business. She partnered with us for that this past summer for a first-time little event. That was fun. But Kim's really an inspiration to the community as a true community partner by giving back in so many different ways. She allows the display of books and artwork offered by local authors and artists, and monthly offers her Pay It Forward Tuesday. which my employer's been a recipient of, so we very much appreciate that. That's where she sponsors, if you're not aware, where she sponsors a different local non-for-profit every month, sharing her proceeds of that day. And Brood Awakenings has donated over $50,000 in cash and goods. In cash and goods to various local organizations. And I can't let her off the hook. Her and her team, I know you have some tables here, celebrated their 7th year of 0 citations, 100% perfect score in her inspections. So nobody gets that. It's hard to get that 1 year, let alone 7 straight, right? So that's awesome. So we're truly blessed to have Kim and her team at Brood Awakenings Cafe, not Rude Awakenings, Brood Awakenings Cafe as part of our community. John? We sat you. I know. You need to take one of my chairs. I have 2 of them.
Yeah, I know, it just says the right name on it.
Well, let me take a moment. I go to Kim's all the time. It is a wonderful place to go. They have been great community members and a great business, and they're continuing to grow. And it is my pleasure to present you with this plaque for the Small Business of the Year.
All right, I'm not gonna cry. Thank you very much for your very kind introduction. And those of you who might not know me, I need to let you know that I research everything. I researched how to write a business plan before I opened my business. I researched every piece of equipment from the toaster to the refrigerator to the espresso machine. I researched the pitfalls of owning your own business, and I researched every recipe that I served to you. So when it came time to know that I had to stand up in front of you and say a speech, I researched that. The one thing I learned was that I needed to be brief and concise and to the point. So tonight, I brought along with me some of my coworkers who are here to make sure that I stay on time and to the point.
We're actually all paid to be here.
I'm just here because she paid me. Work for her. Obviously, I should have spent more time researching how to hire employees. Okay, that's enough for the comedy for tonight. Seriously, though, I can't express how honored I am to receive this amazing award for Small Business of the Year from the Saline Area Chamber of Commerce. I use the words grateful, thankful, lucky so often, pretty much every day, because I feel that's what I am every single day. So when it came time to write this speech and be able to tell you how much I am thankful not only for this honor, but for owning a business in this community, there were no words. I have no words. I just can say to you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I love what I do. I love coming to work every day. I love the employees I work with. I love the community I live in, and I love the customers I get to talk to every day. And it seems unbelievable to receive an award for something you love so much. But I would be amiss if I did not thank those of you who have helped me along the way. First and foremost, most importantly, is my husband, Mike. I don't thank you enough. Thank you for providing so well for the family that I can do what I love. Thank you for always being a support, emotionally, physically, financially, everything. I am incredibly lucky. I don't deserve him, but I'm really lucky and happy that he's mine. I love you. Thank you. I want to thank my son, Zach. Zach has provided us many turns, sharp turns along the way. And I am somewhere that I never expected to be, but I couldn't be happier that he has provided so many opportunities for learning and growth and experiences like this.
Thank you.
And I also need to thank my other son, Nick, who has cheered me on, who continues to be supportive and let me know that I can do it even when I think I can't, and who also is very good at telling me when I'm doing it wrong. I also have to thank Larry Osterling, and I don't know where he is right now. I can't see him. There he is. This gentleman walked into my shop in the middle of construction. I was spending thousands and thousands of dollars to get this cafe going. And he came in and told me about the chamber, which I did not know anything about. And he told me about everything it could provide for me and why I should be a part of it. And he convinced me to dish out more money to become a member. And I have never regretted it, and I thank you so much for bringing me into the chamber. Also, to my employees, thank you. You make me laugh every day. You put up with my good moods and my bad moods. You lighten those stressful days. You are more than just my coworkers. You're my friends, and you're my family. And this wouldn't be possible without you. And of course, thank you to all of you, customers, community. I am truly blessed to be a part of this community. I can't tell you how lucky I feel. And I would like to conclude with a quote from one of my favorite people, Maya Angelou. You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing. Thank you for allowing me to do this every day. Thank you for this award. Thank you for being such an amazing community. Thank you.
I kind of let Kim get ahead of my agenda. I gotta get back up. But we do have our mayor, Brian Morrow, if you'd like to step up here. He is representing us, I guess, in many facets this evening, but at least the city and the county. So if I could, without further ado, welcome Mayor Morrow.
Good evening, my friends. And Heather, thank you for that introduction. I am actually not only representing the city of Saline this evening and Washtenaw County, but also the state of Michigan and the United States Congress. I'm in my capacity as mayor, but I also bring you all good wishes from Alicia Ping, our county commissioner, Donna Lazinski, our state representative, and Tim Wahlberg, our member of Congress. I'll be very brief, my friends. Clearly, Brewed Awakenings is a labor of love. A inviting, warm environment, outstanding coffee, fabulous food, and of equal importance, a proprietor who really find ways to be ingrained and active and visible and contribute something tangible to the community at large. So we are very proud to recognize you here this evening, Kim. It has been very impressive to watch your business grow and mature, and I have a proposition for you, that in the ensuing years as you continue to grow and mature, consider coming into the city of Saline so I can claim you as one of my own?
Would love to.
Okay, all right. Your hand on it. So I have, I think I have a couple things. One is a resolution from Washtenaw County. One should be a proclamation from my office. And then I believe resolutions from the federal government and from the state of Michigan are forthcoming. So again, congratulations. We wish you the best, and I know the future is going to be bright. Thank you.
So much.
Okay, next time we have Dustin. Good, thank you. Does he want something to say? Run, run, run. And welcome Dustin, who's part of the Tim Wahlberg office.
Thank you so much for, how are you doing?
Good, how are you? Nice to see you.
Sorry for being late. I was at a domestic violence shelter banquet in Jackson County and then over at the Chelsea Chamber annual banquet today. But I really wanted to be here. Congressman Wahlberg wanted me to be here specifically because they've had a long-term family friendship with Kim and her family for several decades. So if that's a reason you'd go there to purchase some goods, then do it. If it's a reason why you wouldn't, discount that. Don't forget about it. She's a great lady. So anyways, from Congressman Wahlberg and the U.S. House of Representatives, I brought a special congressional tribute. Thanks so much for all you do there. We've been local supporters and have held numerous meetings there. We kind of call it our Saline office there when we're in town meeting with some folks. So thanks so much for all that you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now we have what we affectionately call the cup transfer that John's going to handle because the Small Business Award winner from last year's not here.
This will go and can sit in your place for the next year. We'll pick it up right before next year, so you get the new plate on it. We've got you,
Oh, right there.
right there.
There it is. Awesome. And it says brewed.
I wouldn't recommend doing the shower thing with this, but you know, you can fill it with something and drink it or whatever you want to do. Have fun.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's Kim and Oliver Hardware. No, you didn't hit me. I'm good. I'm stealth like that. I know. You're going to hit me. So congratulations, Brewed Awakenings Cafe. So then next, and definitely not least, is our large Business of the Year award, which goes to Story Point. They support close to 2,000 senior living units throughout the Midwest, locations across Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. It's no secret that the needs of our aging population is growing, and that the need for care like Story Point provides is growing at a very rapid pace. With over 10,000 people turning 65 every day, there is no sign of it slowing down either. I'm gonna go ahead and have Kelly come up. I continue to read. Kelly Moran, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I said it right, because I know somebody with a similar last name, and you could mess it up. So Kelly Moran is Executive Director of Story Point, here next to me. The first ever Story Point was developed here in Saline. How awesome is that? With the intention of serving seniors and families. Did I take off some of your speech? Sorry. Seniors and families in the Ann Arbor area. Story Point is very deserving of this award because they really hit the ground running from day one. They've hosted many of open house, opened up their beautiful location for us everybody to see, chamber events. They even have events and programs throughout the year that the community is invited to attend. They even created a veterans wall. They have done a really great job of just digging in and getting involved. And I would say a lot of it has to do as well to Kathy. I'm just going to have you wave. Too. Yeah. Kelly's going to think I was peeking at her speech, but she's kind of the face of Story Point. So we've known Kathy for a while, been there since 2014. But again, we just really adore you. I mean, if anybody, I think everybody knows Story Point, right? It's like literally a Vegas city block on State and Textile. So very huge, went up pretty, they were working out of a little, I remember the little makeshift offices there for a while, and they were, getting, like I said, digging in and representing and being out in the public. So we appreciate that, appreciate having them. And I know I want to bring up Mr. John Olson again. I'll give him some time to walk up here because he has the chamber plaque to present. And then we'll hear from those, and we'll let Kelly speak too, obviously. So here's John.
Well, I have to say, you guys have come in like a firestorm. You're always active, you're always involved. You are in our office probably once every 3 weeks with a flyer for some community event or something going on that they're trying to do things for the community at large. Usually when you leave, we take a nap because I have never seen such a bundle of energy in my life. And she brought somebody that she was training, and the poor person was just trying to keep up and begging for a Diet Coke, I believe it was. But it is certainly a pleasure to have you as part of our community, and we welcome you with open arms, and it's been a great time to have you here so far, and we congratulate you for being the large business of the year.
Thank you. So I'm not sure how I'm going to follow the last two presentations, but I have notes, but what I really want to do is speak from my heart. And when I look at the two recipients, your dad, Bill, and Brood Awakenings, that's really where it all began for Story Point. Many of you don't know that Brood Awakenings opened the doors to Beth Conway, who is our community specialist, when she did not have an office. And she walked in. She, too, is a bundle of energy. We call her the tornado. And she's like, I need a place to go. And they opened their doors. They even let her store some of her pictures and her boards there. And we were always so grateful for that. And we knew right away the type of community that Saline would be. Bill, he is the one who talked us into joining the chamber. Funny guy. Very funny guy. And so we're sorry to hear that he isn't here tonight, so we hope that you give him our love and let him know we're thinking of him. But community is really what we're about. Story Point is not a facility, and you will often find if you come in our front doors, I'll correct that word. Because what we are is a community. We might be innovative in the way we do things and provide care, but what we really are pioneers in the field of aging. We are truly dedicated to changing the way that services are delivered, not only in Saline, not only in Michigan, not only in the United States, but truly the world. Because what it is a way of the heart, it's a mission, and it's a clear path that I think we need to follow as we are working with people who are 65 and older. The aging process starts the day you're born. So there's a lot of years in between. And so I encourage all of you to say, what am I doing to make that better? What I do know is Story Point is a community. It is a family. So when people come to Story Point, it's not that they're leaving their house, but what they are doing is coming home. And our staff and our residents and our families really are the people that we want to inspire and we want to empower so that they can shine every day of their life. So we're very grateful to Saline for opening their doors. We're very grateful to all of you for recognizing what we're doing, for celebrating what we're doing, for encouraging us. Because it's not always an easy thing to do to care for people who are not feeling well. It's not always an easy thing to do to inspire people who are not happy with where they might be in their aging process. But what it is easy to do, and what I think we do very well, is that we love each of our residents with all of our hearts every single minute of every single day. We put our employees first so that we can care for our residents the way they need to be. So we are very thankful for this award. We're very proud of it. Our residents were cheering this afternoon when we were leaving out the doors to come. So we thank all of you, and I promise that we will continue to live this mission, and I promise we will continue to change lives. And I hope that you will join us on that journey. So thank you.
Stay, yeah, we have Mayor Brian Morrow. We'll have Brian come back up, and he has, I guess, one less to give out. So welcome, Mayor.
Thank you. So I am representing, of course, the city of Saline, our county commissioner Alicia Ping, and then Donna Lazinski, Rebecca Warren, our state rep, state senator, and of course Governor Schneider, and what proclamations and resolutions that if we do not have them tonight, we will definitely get them to you, okay? Let me be very brief, my friends. As has been stated and articulated just moments ago, the investment that Story Point made in our community was critical. I am deeply passionate about our senior population, and there is absolutely no doubt that you do an outstanding job meeting their needs. And I should also note that the people that you choose to be the face in the Saline community do a tremendous job. And they have been very, let's give them a round of applause. They have been supportive of so many causes and programs and special initiatives in the community, and we appreciate that very much. So I'm not going to read this resolution in its entirety, but what I will say is, again, Story Point does a tremendous job meeting the needs of a important constituency in our community, and I have very little doubt that you will continue to be successful and that you'll continue to find ways to be involved in the community and to make a difference in the community. And I think this award is very, very well deserved. So again, congratulations to you and to all your employees.
Thank you, sir.
Dustin Krasny, come on up.
Dustin Krasny, District Director of Operations for U.S. Congressman Tim Walberg's office. I worked in Washington for 7 years and had the opportunity to move home and have this job with Congressman Tim Walberg for the last 7. And one of the things that really struck me was the innovation that takes place right here in my very own community of Saline, Michigan. It's been a true honor to travel with Congressman Walberg and visit these locations. And whether it's the term you used, pioneers of innovation happening at Stony Point, whether it's Google, whether it's Toyota and GM with their driverless vehicles, we have something to really be proud about here in Washtenaw County specifically. So don't let some of the bad news out there get you down. We had really some great products and innovation taking place right in our very own backyard. And for sure we should recognize Kathy and Story Point. As a kid growing up, flying down Textile Road there, I saw this big new sort of development being built up there, and I was kind of concerned about it. What's it going to be? I'm an outdoorsman, so I saw the beautiful wetland that's there in the corner. That's always been a unique spot, and they've held true and kept that intact and really added on to the community with some great care for our senior population. So we can't thank them enough, because as a community, I believe you're judged on how you treat seniors and other individuals in special needs of care. So thanks again, Kathy, and your company and organization for all you do. Here's a special tribute from U.S. Congressman Tim Walberg, who wish he could be here, but we'd love to stop by and visit with you sometime.
We'd love to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And like with Kim, we actually have another transferring of the cup. There's Shelley. You're gonna come up and transfer the cup. Bank of Ann Arbor. Come on up. We have.
Stanley Cup?
It's like a Stanley Cup, isn't it? Yeah, sure.
They didn't want to let it go by.
I believe
Oh, is it in your office, Shelley?
No, it was in the lobby.
All right.
Congratulations, enjoy.
Thank you, Kelly and the team at Story Point. All your hardware, oh, help her out, guys. No breaking. So we would be remiss, and we got kind of caught up in the moment at the beginning. Some of this hardware and things that you see, we also have for our dear friend Bill. So I would like to bring up Mayor to start us off, as like before, and to talk a little bit more about Bill Mangold. We appreciate it. Yes. And the family. She's
One more time. Just you.
yeah, just representative.
Good to see you. My friends, I'm not going to belabor the point because some very profound things have been said about Mr. Mangold. Let me say two things, however. Based on what Heather and John have said, Bill has done some pretty amazing, spectacular things during the course of his life, in particular at a very young age. And based on his talents and his many skills, he could have chosen to live anywhere. And he chose Saline, and thank God that he did. Let me also say that the Chamber of Commerce is one of the many groups that serves as sort of a glue and adhesive in the community to create a sense of identity and a sense of community. So if one were to volunteer, they would want to choose a group like the Chamber of Commerce to make the most impact in our area. And Bill has certainly contributed to the success and the prominence of our Saline Chamber of Commerce. So I think it is appropriate and timely that the Chamber decided to bestow their Lifetime Achievement Award to Bill Mangold in 2017. I do regret that he's not here, but on behalf of myself, my city council colleagues, and everyone at the City of Saline, we wish him well, and we congratulate him on the Lifetime Achievement Award.
She wants to sit down so bad. Not yet, not yet. We have Mr. Krasny right behind you. He's got his own to give you as well.
Thank you so much. Bill has lived a full life. Reading through various tributes, he could have accomplished a third in his lifetime and still deserve this award. It's quite tremendous. Growing up as a kid and reading the Saline Reporter, I remember those cartoons when I was flicking through to try to see the sports scores to see how many 2 or 3 basketball points I scored or whatever, you know. But I remember those cartoons as a kid, and just a great community newspaper that he contributed so much to, and contributed to so much various sectors of our community. In recent years, I've heard of our friend Larry Osterling and all his Facebook posts talking about the funny incidences of Bill Mangold and Larry Osterling and the peanuts and all that. Such a great cheerful guy. So I have another congressional tribute from Congressman Wahlberg honoring him. What a man. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you can sit down now, I promise. I know I told you that once before, and like this time we were good, so. But definitely want to thank, and I want John to join me up here as we say thank you. Obviously, you've been thanked for coming. We know there's other things, like Jeremiah said, other things you could have did this evening, so I appreciate you coming out to beautiful Stonebridge and spending the evening with us, and we congratulate again Brood Awakenings Cafe. Thank you very much for everything you do. Story Point for coming in on the scene and hitting it hard from day one. And we appreciate having you and everything you offer to the community. So thank you. And of course, our dear friend Bill. And we thank his family for representing. And I know he wished he could be here, and we wish he could be here. But it's nice to have all of you here, though, for sure. So I know you'll send him our love. But thank you for everything. I know we have photos, so don't go anywhere, and you might know more a little bit about how they line up for the photos or anything else you'd like to say.
Oh, yeah, if you could just stay, if you'd like your family, whoever you want in the photo with you, your staff, whatever you guys want. We'd like to have you each do a picture up here so we can have it for posterity. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't thank Laura for all of her efforts in
Stand up, Laura. And Laura's the one in the back in a red. She doesn't like, she does a lot of work. She's a hard worker, but she don't like the, the flashy stuff, so.
Yeah, this would not have happened without her. Also, if anyone, they're, I guess, going to record, if anybody would like to say anything to Bill, and don't say what you really mean, say something nice, to Bill, that would be more than wonderful. And also, we have like a boatload of cake over here that we never got to, so please eat a piece of cake before you get out of here, too. Are we missing anything else?
Bar's still open.
And cake
Then
and beer.
I thank you all for coming, and I guess we will call it a wrap.